In NBA 2K25, the My Player Builder can be a little overwhelming for new and even returning players. The last thing you want to do is make a build, throw a bunch of VC into it, and then realize you missed out on some key badges and animations by a few attribute points. And I do know a lot of people just want to buy the game, load it up, and know that they have a build ready to go in all game modes. So in today's video, we're going to have a no-nonsense guide to one of the most balanced big man builds in the Pro Toon section. And the build that we're going to be looking at today is going to be in the balance section of the power forward, and we're going to get the dynamic 4 archetype, also known as the Chris Bosh inspired build. Now again, if you're a new player, returning player, and you just want a build that's ready to go, that's good for the rec, the park, proving grounds, 1s, 2s, 3s, this build can really do it all. To me, this build is an easy plug and play build. You can easily play the 4, you can easily play the 5 in the rec, and you'll never feel like you're missing something or you're out of place using this build. So we are going to be a balanced power forward with the build name dynamic 4. Now if we click or right stick so I can show you guys the stats, doing this actually gets rid of the build name and all the animations that you get for free using a Pro Toon build. So just keep that in mind. Once you hit the right stick, you're going to lose all the animations and that build name. So right off the bat, like I said, we're a power forward. We're going to be 7 foot tall at the power forward position. So most of the time you will be big for your position, especially in the rec. A lot of the power forwards I've seen are under 7 foot, under 6'11". So this automatically gives you a height advantage at the 4 position. And it also means you'll have no trouble playing the center position if you get slotted in there in the rec. So we're going to be 7 foot tall, 238 pounds with a 7'2" wingspan. I'm gonna hit continue here so you guys can see the full build. Just taking a look at it immediately, this build is super well balanced. You're gonna have 12 categories with an 80+ rating, which is really crazy for a 7-foot player. So I'm just gonna go over the attributes and break everything down for you guys. Starting in the finishing category, 92 on the close shot. That's gonna be really, really good. Personally, I feel like close shot is really good this year. Having it at a 92 is gonna allow you to get that gold paint prodigy, and it's also gonna allow you to get that Hall of Fame float game. We're also gonna get gold hook specialist, which is tied to our post control. Moving down to our driving layup and driving dunk, we have an 80 on each, which is really good for a 7-foot player. It's gonna allow us to get some good animations for this build and give us more of an athletic feel. Moving down to the standing dunk, we're gonna have that an 81, which allows us to get that silver rise up badge. I use silver rise up on my Victor Wembanyama build. I never had any problems with it at all, so I feel like silver is a good rating to have this at. Moving down to our post control, this is going to be an 87. We're going to get all the post badges on gold. We have post fade phenom, post powerhouse, post up poet, hook specialist, like I said, with the close shot, and we even get silver unpluckable on this build. So just looking at the finishing category as a whole, you're going to have no trouble finishing around the basket. This build is going to get contact standing dunks, and since you have a good driving layup and driving dunk, you are going to get some good dunk packages and some good layup animations. And you can even play as a post scorer, being that you're 7 foot tall, and get all the post badges on gold. So finishing category really good there. Every stat is above an 80. Moving down to the shooting, we get an 85 mid-range, which is going to allow us to get that silver Deadeye, silver set shot specialist. Moving down to our three-pointer, we even get bronze limitless range on this build. So right off the bat on the offensive side of this build, you're basically an athletic post scorer that gets contact standing dunks and limitless range. So offensively, this build is really, really good. We even get a 75 free throw for the rec. Moving down to the playmaking, you get an 87 pass accuracy, which is going to allow us to get that gold break starter badge. And we're also going to get that bronze bailout, which is really good. I have bronze on my point guard. We're also going to get gold dimer on this build. Moving down, we get a 70 on our ball handle and a 60 on our speed with ball, which is actually really good. Being that we are 7 foot, these stats are good, and it gives us the ability to put the ball on the floor. And having your speed with ball at a 60 allows you to get the Zion Williamson dribble style, which is one of the best in the game. It's what a lot of people are using right now. I use it on my two-way point center build. So being able to get that on this 7-foot Chris Bosh build is a really nice addition. Moving down to the defensive category, this build only gets better. 82 on our interior defense, that's going to allow us to get silver post lockdown. 62 on our perimeter defense, that's going to allow us to get that bronze unmovable enforcer. 60 on our steal, we're going to get bronze interceptor. So as you guys can see, these Pro Toon builds really have the attributes set for the badge requirements, so you rarely waste any attribute points on these builds. Moving down to our block, we have this at an 84 for silver paint patroller. So silver post lockdown, silver paint patroller, you're going to be a rim protector on this build. Moving down to our rebounding, we're going to have a 67 on our offensive rebound. That's just tied to the 92 defensive rebound, which is going to allow us to get gold box out, gold rebound chaser. Moving down to our physical, 67 on our speed, 60 on our agility, 86 on our strength. That's going to allow us to get that gold post powerhouse. You're also going to get silver brick wall. And then moving down to our vertical, 65 on that, which allows us to get that bronze posterizer badge. This is by far one of the most balanced and best builds you can make on NBA 2K25. Like I said, this build has 12 categories with an 80+ rating, and you could even utilize your cap breakers really well on this build. A few right off the bat, you can add +5 to your mid-range to make that a 90, which will get you gold set shot specialist and Hall of Fame post fade phenom. You can add +4 to your close shot to get Hall of Fame paint prodigy. or you can add 2 to your close shot and 3 to your post control for Hall of Fame hook specialist. So you have a lot of options when it comes to the cap breakers. You can even throw it on your strength and get it to a 91, which will get you gold brick wall. And if I hit the right bumper here and go over to the takeovers, being that this build is so well balanced, you get 25 takeovers to choose from to customize this build. And that can totally change how you play depending on who's guarding you and what kind of offense you want to play that game. Now, if I hit continue from this screen, we will not get the build name and the free animations. So what we have to do is back out, go back to this screen, and then hit A. It'll load up our shades. Prime, Raptors, Chris Bosh, also get Paulo Banchero and Valerie Portis Jr. And as you guys can see, we're gonna get that dynamic 4 build name. Now if I hit test build here, you're gonna see all the animations that we get for free at a 60 overall just by making this Pro Tune build. So these are gonna come automatically equipped once you load into the park as a 60 overall. We're gonna have Chris Bosh jump shot, Chris Bosh free throw, Julius Randle layup package. If I go over to our dribble style here and I hit the stick, you will see that we can get that Zion Williamson dribble style with our 60 speed with ball, which is the one you definitely wanna use. It's the most popular right now. So yeah guys, I just want to make this quick, no-nonsense, informative guide for any new players that intend to buy the game soon, or even returning players that don't care to watch a million videos to find their right build or learn the builder. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any interest of me posting gameplay on this build. If there is interest there, I'll be sure to throw some VC into this build and start getting some gameplay out, which honestly I might do either way because this build looks super fun to use. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. As always, I appreciate all the support. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a sub down below. We're on the road to 2,000 subs, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.